Beth.
And I'm David. And it was a doozy of an episode of Survivor this week. That tribal was nuts.
That's my favorite tribal. I'm sorry. We've had some good tribals.
Yeah.
That's my favorite tribal.
It was good, but we're at the beginning of the episode.
Start from the top.
We're coming off of this War Dog vote out and
Blindside to Rick.
Yeah, right. And Rick is mad at Ron, rightfully so.
Yeah.
But Ron's like, dude, take my idol.
Now Ron knows he has to mend fences,
Yeah.
so he comes up with the most evil plan ever.
Yeah.
That boy. One of a kind.
Yeah. So he pulls out this advantage that he found on the first episode that was only good through like day 9 or something.
Right.
And it's this menu and he's like, take it. The idol's yours.
He's like, look, you're the next name on the list.
Yeah.
They all want you out.
Right.
But
Right.
I got you, dude.
He's
I
like,
got you.
those idiots think you're going home, but like, let's show him. Let's show him, Rick. And
so
Rick's
obviously Rick's like, okay, cool.
yeah. He's
but
confused.
Luckily, he does have a little bit of that other thought. Why would you give this to me?
Right, because
That
he's
seems
like,
weird.
I'm confused why Ron would give me this, but great. And I'm like, okay, good for you to be confused because
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense.
Just slightly confused.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
so
good.
then we go immediately to this reward challenge, which is the family reward that we knew was coming.
We were
Tears.
ready. We had our box of tissues.
Yeah.
We were ready to
Tears
go.
Immediately. It's husbands, it's wives, it's dads, it's brothers.
Ugh.
It's very, and then of course the ultimate reunion is Gavin and his wife. They've only been married together for 2 days and then he went on Survivor.
Now, we talked about this in our cast assessment video where
Yeah.
I was like, oh, what? Gavin got cast and his wife was like, cool, we don't have to do the wedding we've been planning for a year probably.
Yeah.
Let's just go ahead and get married now. And then you can go off to Survivor 2 days later. That's incredible.
Yeah.
But he apparently kept it a secret. He was like, you guys don't even know.
Right.
Tells the story.
Yeah.
And then she comes out and everyone's like, oh my God.
Right. And like the girls are like, he talks about you all the time.
Yes.
Like he loves you so much.
Yes.
So that was sort of like the ultimate family moment for this season.
Of course, they all were amazing.
Yes.
Loved them all.
But then this challenge is interesting because the loved ones get to participate.
Yes, we haven't seen that in so long.
Yeah, for like 10 years, Jeff says.
Was
Last
it
time
heroes,
was Heroes
villains?
versus Villains.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So they have to like catch the water from their...
It's fun to include the loved ones.
It is,
And
yeah.
it really mixes things up because like as we've seen, Aurora is a comp beast. Guess what? Wasn't doing so well in this one.
Not with her brother, not so
Yeah.
much. So Ron, interestingly, is the one who wins this reward challenge.
Not a comp beast and wins this one.
Yeah. I don't know what it is about that husband of his.
He's
but...
apparently great at catching water. I don't know.
Yeah. So now this is, honestly, if I ever went on the show, this is not a challenge I want to win.
I know. I
because-
mean, like you want to win it
Of
because you want to be
course.
with your loved one and not risk it.
But I would tell my loved one in advance, like,
Yeah.
I'm not, if I make it that far, just so you know, I'm not winning
It's a
that.
hard one to win.
Because I don't want the pressure of having to pick who else
Yeah.
gets to spend time with their loved ones.
And especially Ron, he has played the middle so well.
Yeah.
And to kind of have to show your cards
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
It was dangerous for him.
Now, of course, he picks Julie first. She's his
Obviously.
ride or die.
Yeah.
Everybody kind of knows they're a
That's
duo,
fine.
even though they're a non-threatening duo,
Yes.
you know, as far as duos go.
Sure.
So Julie, and honestly, Julie needed it.
Yes.
She was so emotional with that husband of hers, and it was
And
very
he
cute.
was emotional.
Yeah.
He was crying.
He needed it just as much as she
Yes.
needed it. Like, yes, bring them on reward.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Ron is like, and you know, Gavin's story just really touched me just now, so like, I gotta give it to Gavin.
He takes Gavin. And now I thought, for a moment, I was like, I don't strategically see this. So I thought the story really touched him.
Yeah. I
Find
guess
out,
so.
no.
No, Ron is just an evil genius through
Ron
and
was
through.
like, no, I actually needed Gavin to make sure he was on my side. And I
Right.
was like, wait, what? Where
Right.
did this come from?
Yes. So on reward, he's like, Ron is off with his husband, and he's like, I got this game. It's under control.
Straight, like,
I'm running
good.
this.
I'm good. I was
Yeah.
like, does his husband thinking in his head, awesome, we've got $1 million. Like,
Right.
we're good. He's like
I'm-
going back home being like, shopping list.
I'm married to an evil genius.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah. So Ron is saying, like, I, picked these people so that I could lock down votes. Like, I needed to secure Gavin's loyalty. Like, these kinds of things. Like, everything is a strategy with Ron, which is great. That's what you want to see on Survivor.
Absolutely. And then he just kind of throws out to the reward
What are we
group,
doing?
like, what are we, okay, Rick, cool. Got
Right,
it.
Okay. Well, now we cut back to camp, and Rick is making his way through the forest, and
Is he looking for an idol?
as though he's
We don't
looking
know.
for an idol.
But the
right.
people back at camp think he's looking, or assuming he's
Yes.
looking for an idol.
So Aurora goes digging in that bag of Rick's. And
Well,
she finds...
I know you can technically go through bags.
Yeah.
But is that really who you want to be?
Uh-huh.
Maybe you're like, yeah, I do. Like, I want to be that person.
And But if you do want to be that person, make it good. You know what I mean? Like, don't get busted, which is what happens to Aurora. Rick walks back into camp and she's flumping over the flap on his bag and he's like, "You going through my stuff?" And she's like, "Yeah, I was."
Yeah, whatever. I don't care.
Aurora doesn't give a... I mean, I'm not going to say it, but she doesn't care.
She is so ballsy. She's very, like, outwardly opinionated.
Yes.
She's definitely the person who's like, "Yeah, I went through your bag."
Yeah.
And Rick is definitely the person who's like, "Cool, I caught you."
Right.
And then she's like, "I don't care."
I don't care.
And he's like, "I know you don't care." And so we have to go back and forth.
Right.
Because they're both those people.
But they both have, like, those are the right attitudes to have. Because if you're Aurora, don't try to play it off because you can't. You're busted. So just, you have to be like, "Yeah, I was. Like, you were out looking for an idol, so I went through your stuff. What about it?"
Yeah.
You know, so like, that's kind of the only road for her to take. So I'm glad she didn't try to be like, "No, I thought it was my bag." You know, like, I'm glad she didn't make up something like that. Yeah. But that was like a fun little back and forth. But then that sends Rick back out into the forest because he's like, "Well, I guess I should look for an idol."
Yeah, I guess that lit a little fire because then he's running around the forest. And at this moment, I think us and you guys, we've all sort of been talking about, like, are people even looking for idols?
Right.
They haven't shown us footage of people running around the island, but that might be because they're just not finding it.
Could
you know,
be.
the editors are just leaving it out.
Yeah.
Who knows? But
Right.
we're like, are there, like, why is no one getting idols?
Right. So Rick goes off with his bag in tow this
He's like, "Well, I'm never leaving that behind me again."
Yeah. And he finds the clue. It's just a clue, not an actual idol. And this idol is in the tree above the shelter, like 15 feet in the air. So he's got to do this stealth mission in the middle of the night.
Is crazy. He waits till the night.
Yeah.
Okay, this right here. He's climbing a tree.
The editing was so good.
People are like...
Stirring.
What's that noise?
What
but they're in the woods. They're on an island.
Right. Noises happen a lot.
No one seems to actually, like, see him in the tree.
Right.
He scurries up.
His belt gets caught. You know, like, it's so good.
He gets the idol. And at that point, I'm like, he gets to win the whole show.
Yeah,
like, the fact that he did that.
Hello. And he did say when he found the clue, he was like, "I may have just found $1 million in the forest." And like, maybe you did because you know, Rick, and we all know that they are trying to vote you out tonight. Regardless of some other evil plot or whatever, you are the target tonight. So the fact that you have this
tree over camp to get the idol, you guys. This is nuts.
Crazy.
Anyway, he's got it. No one's the wiser.
Right. So now we go to play immunity and it looks horrible.
This one is hard.
Just perching your feet on the edge of those things. But War Dog is not out first this time.
You guys, what?
Can you believe that?
Oh wait, he's not there.
Right.
Rick's out first.
Yeah.
Are almost combies.
And
he can't do it.
And so everybody left in the competition is like, "Great.
Done.
We're getting Rick out.
Rick
like,
first
who
out.
even cares what happens
Awesome.
now?" So Ron's out second because
of course
apparently that reward one is just a blip and maybe a fluke of a win for Ron.
He's like, "I don't need to do this."
He's out second, and then there's a little bit of smack talk between Aurora and Rick.
Aurora and Rick, they're both a little spicy, which I like.
Yes. It was fun to see them like go back and forth. I hope we get more of that because that's kind of a fun dynamic to have on the show.
Right.
But then it ultimately comes down to Lauren and Gavin in the final two. How many times has Lauren been so close?
So close.
To
I
winning
would
an
love
immunity.
that it was down to the two of them.
Yeah.
I wanted to see both of them right there.
Because it felt like whoever was going to win, this was going to be a big moment for them.
Yeah.
On this season, right?
And this is like an hour of holding on.
Yeah.
Their bodies are like cramping and so uncomfortable.
Right, but like this, I mean, Gavin ends up winning, and this is his second immunity win. That's huge. That's great for his resume.
Great.
It would have been great for Lauren to get an immunity win, right?
Yeah,
so it was like high stakes for both of them, but Gavin pulls it out. So he's kind of like the hero of this episode with the wife storyline, and then this immunity win, and they're back to camp. And Ron and Julie are immediately in evil villain mode. Let's fool Rick Devens.
Now, I kind of loved and was also surprised that Julie was straight up in on, like, obviously Ron told her what he did with the advantage for Rick. And the two of them approach him at the well and they're like, no, voting out Aurora, nobody knows.
Right.
You've got that advantage, so we're all good.
Yeah, you're going to play the idol and, like, you're going to be safe, and then the three of us are going to have votes for Aurora, and she's going to go home, and how great is that going to be? Like, this is perfect.
And Rick's like, cool. Now, part of him is still like, I don't know.
Yeah, but he knows he at least has an idol.
But yes, I've got this idol to back it up. I give Julie a couple points because she kept a straight face and was, you know, afterwards she was like, I feel so horrible about this, but she did it.
Ron is like, it's called Survivor.
Yeah.
And Julie's like, I just feel so bad, which is more in line with her character than this like evil plan really is.
But she did it, and so good for her.
Right.
You got to manipulate a little bit.
Yeah.
And here is one of my favorite points in this whole season.
Yes.
Victoria, Lauren.
Okay.
Together on the beach.
They're just talking. They're saying, what if Rick has an idol? What do? We got to split the vote.
Being the boss ladies that they are, that I knew was deep down inside you.
Yeah.
And they're like, we gotta get Ron out.
Gotta get Ron out. Hello, thank you. I mean, they are like, we gotta get Rick out, which they do. But if we can't get Rick out, we gotta make sure it's Ron. We don't need to waste a vote on Aurora.
Because we should just pause for a second and say, you know, as we're watching the show, we're thinking, okay, we know Rick has an idol, so who's plan B? Is it just gonna be Aurora? I'm bored with the Aurora storyline. Like, give me something else. Like, I'm just saying Aurora because she's been saying it for weeks.
Right.
So when we come back and they're talking about Ron, I'm like, yes, finally, girls, thank you. Victoria, yes, I love you.
Right, so they're like, maybe we need to like split the vote, blah, blah, blah. Aurora comes over and plops down and they're like, we're thinking about getting out Ron. And she's like, well, guess what? I got an extra vote and this is the last week I can use it. So maybe we get Gavin and we give him my extra vote and we pull him over to our side.
I think Aurora just, like, did she not want to ever use that vote? Like, she's just all about giving it away.
Just give it away. I don't want it.
Give it away.
I guess she's just using it as a bargaining chip because...
But it works.
Yes,
like, if you go to Gavin and say, hey, we're thinking about Ron, you know, whatever your plan is, he can go either way.
Right.
He's got to waver it. He's got to think about it.
Yeah.
And at this point, he kind of has a little bit of a connection to Ron.
Because of this reward situation.
It's not a full game connection, but it's like this most recent, he just gave me this wonderful thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, one of the greatest experiences of my life. And I'm like, Gavin, who cares? Like, use that extra vote and get him out.
Right.
But the last thing we see is Gavin's like really weighing, like, how am I going to play this? Like,
but I think the advantage really like nail in the coffin.
I think so.
It's like, I'm not just wavering. They're handing me this thing.
Right.
They mean business.
Right.
They're showing me trust.
Yes.
That's a little step up than just a family reward.
Right. Right. So then we go to Tribal, and Tribal's all about like having a plan B and having a plan B for your plan B, and like everybody's got multiple plans, right?
Oh my God.
But Rick Devens is the star.
We've talked about how he's great at a tribal.
Yeah.
And it kind of, it starts good, but it's like going up every second. And we're talking about, it's out in the open, Rick's the target.
Yeah, of course. And Rick is like, I'm an island, like nobody's talking to me. And Ron's like, well, I talked to you, Rick, a little bit. You know, I hope you heard me.
And Rick had to be like, sure.
Okay, fine. Yeah, you talked to
me.
me.
But even Victoria was like, I don't want to sit next to Rick. Like, they're all sort of playing into this Rick's gotta go thing. Now we go to vote. Now we know a show is about to happen, but I just didn't know how good it was going to be. Rick's a TV man.
And he played it exactly how it should have been played. Because I'm thinking, please play the fake one first.
Of course.
And expose Ron.
Of course.
For giving you this fake thing, and then play the real one. And that's exactly what Rick does. He goes
does
up.
This so well.
Yeah.
Plays the advantage. We go through the process of, yes, this is what this is, but... No, it expired. Everyone's like, oh, Ron's like, oh.
The jury's like, oh. And Rick's like, oh, wow, Ron and Julie, you are villains. Like, you gave me this.
Both of them out. He included Julie.
Yeah.
Which I love.
In front of the whole jury, hello. And
you want to embarrass me in front of my kid? You knew I was going? I mean, he played it up.
Yes, and then he's like, except I'm going to play this. Let's see what this does. And Jeff's like, well, this is a hidden immunity idol. Any votes for Rick will not count.
And Ron's face drops.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But
so good.
At this point, I don't think Ron has any idea what's really going to happen because he's thinking, well, great, Aurora's going to go. Because like everybody voted for Rick and there's going to be one vote for Aurora. So it's all good.
No, Ron at this point is just like, oh crap, he called me out in front of everyone and the jury. Like, oh boy, how am I going to repair this back at camp?
But he doesn't know the extent of it.
Then we go to votes. So obviously we get Rick's first. 4
votes for Rick Devens.
Then we get our 1 we know for Aurora.
And Ron's face is like, yes, this is all working out exactly as I wanted to.
And then boom.
Boom, Ron. Boom, Ron. Boom, Ron.
And then bye-bye, Ron. No idea.
So good.
Literally just controlling the game
Yes.
like 5 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah.
And now he's walking out.
Tail between his legs on that one.
This was so good. First
Yeah.
off, editing, they built Ron out
Oh,
as
yeah.
a great villain.
Yes.
So we knew he had to be knocked down.
Uh-huh.
But the way that Rick knocked him down was
Yeah.
just so
good.
good.
Right. And I gotta say, we can't give Rick all the credit for this. We can give him the credit for playing the idol
show.
and getting his
Yeah.
votes nullified, right?
Right.
But Victoria and Lauren and Aurora and Gavin came together and really made this happen.
Yes.
And I really think this was the right move for Gavin, because
Yes.
thinking about the choice he had to make, he's picking between loyalty to Ron and Julie or loyalty to these three females, right? If he's gonna vote out Ron, he doesn't have to worry about that loyalty, and then it's just Julie, and who really cares, because she's on her own at that point,
She's
because
now the
Ron is
island.
gone. So he really made the right move, I
Yes.
think, playing this extra vote for Ron and showing these ladies, I'm loyal to you, now maybe they're a foursome. That was a smart move for Gavin.
And it's just kind of what we wanted to see.
Yeah.
We wanted to see Victoria like come up and be like, I'm gonna call
Yes.
my way. And
Yeah.
I want to see Gavin make a move.
Mhm.
I want to see Lauren. Like, this is what I wanted to see.
Yeah.
Now, Rick didn't know the plan about Ron.
No.
So he was just trying to call out Ron and Julie.
Yeah.
So that they get back to camp and the tribe has to be like, what?
Uh-huh.
Like, they had to talk about it. And it was out in the open and Ron's name is being thrown around.
Right.
He didn't know.
He didn't know that Ron was going to
The
be gone.
vote out does go to Victoria.
Yeah.
I think.
I think so too, 100%. So that was a really good move for them.
So
And Ron's gone.
fun.
Yeah, so good. So then, Ron, of course, goes to Extinction Island. And all of a sudden, we get nice Reem
Reem.
on Extinction Island. Dude, everybody's a liar in this game.
It's the game.
Don't even worry about it. Okay. Reem is a new woman after getting everything off of her chest with Kelly Wentworth.
she got it out of her system. She's good now.
Right.
She's fine.
I mean, we did not get an Extinction Island segment with War Dog,
We
so
did
I don't
not.
know. Maybe Reem chewed him out
She
and
probably did.
then she had everything out of her system.
Yeah.
But she's just all open arms with Ron,
Right.
saying, you know, we're here for you, buddy.
Hilarious.
I love it.
That was amazing.
So then, what did we tease for next week? Oh, Extinction Island. There's a message at Extinction
Tree Mail,
Island.
we see a message
Yeah.
coming. I have to imagine that is get your butt over there. We're going to
Come
play
on.
a challenge and someone's getting
I
back in the
hope
game.
so.
It's got to be time.
Yeah, I feel like if waiting another week is just too long, because then does this person who's coming back in the game have any real chance of getting anywhere? No, I don't think so. But maybe if they come back next week, I don't know. It feels too late for anybody coming back from Extinction, but I really hope it happens next week because I just want to see it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We started a new Instagram page for our show.
Yes.
Please go find us. Nerdtainment on IG is
Yep.
the handle. If you follow us, we will follow you back.
Promise. And then we are doing extra videos for the remainder of Survivor. We did our first one this week where we're
Yes.
doing like an in-depth look at the remaining players'
strategy,
gameplay.
what's going on.
Thinking about who's playing the best game. So if you
Yes.
haven't seen our first one, check that out, and we'll be back next week with our second one. So
That's right. And who are you rooting for? Who do you want in that final three?
yes, let us know what you think, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.